okay, it's a whole lot of men and it's less women. Polygamy. I think that's the way it's supposed to be. It's tangular.
Don't need you, cause you've been blocking me and you've held me back from day one. Always kept me down so I couldn't fly on my own. Used to think that being
good, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Carrie. If you're new here, please make sure you hit that red subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss anything when I upload. If you ain't new, welcome back. Well, let's go ahead and get it poppin'. I know that's a lot, right? All right, y'all, so we're gonna be doing another chit chat video, but I'm also gonna be reviewing a new unit from Outre, which is Avianna. I have this in the color UC Brunette Honey Melt, and this is a lace front wig. It says it has a pre-plucked lace parting, natural baby hairs, and you can use heat up to 400 degrees. Okay, now I figured that this is a pretty easy unit because from what I remember, these type of units are just one little part, you know, because I've been doing a lot of the melted hairline, perfect hairline, and all the frontal and parting spaces. Girl, I need some easy. Okay, so this should be some easy. Now I also have some things on my mind, right? So I was watching Flavor of Love lately. This is what the hair looks like. It is beautiful, honey. The color is really, really pretty. It's really long. I'm over here trying to stretch so I can show y'all. But I was absolutely right about the construction. You have a comb on each side, a middle part, a comb in the back, and adjustable straps, right? And then some baby hairs. But I was watching Flavor of Love. I binge watched that sucker because I was on Hulu. I love me some Hulu, child. And I said, you know what? Let me watch this. Sometimes going back and watching stuff you already seen, you'd be like, oh my gosh, these girls are crazy. But anyways, I was watching that and a couple of things just came to my mind. I just started thinking about stuff. And the first thing was polygamy. Like, you seeing him in there with all them girls. He kissing up on them. They kissing him back. And I'm like, girl, I could not do that. And it just had me thinking about polygamy and having multiple wives and stuff like that, because you know that's kind of what was going on up in that house. But anyways, this unit is long. I'm 5'4", and yes, I got on my Savage X Fenty onesie. Now I know I talked about the bralettes in the video that I did when I did the bralette try on with Savage X Fenty, but I said some good stuff too about the panties. Okay, so don't come for me. But anyways, it's nice and long, comes up mid back. So child, this is long. Not everyone that watches my videos like long units, but a lot of people do. The texture is a nice, soft, yaki texture, so it feels really, really good actually. Now let's jump back on topic with this polygamous stuff, okay? Now I was just thinking, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna hold you, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. Naturally, there are so much more women in the world than it is men. So you would assume, and I know some cultures already practice this, but you would just assume that it was meant to be for more women to be available to one man. One, because we have wombs, we produce babies and stuff like that. And two, because it's less of them and more of us. And I say that because if we were looking at like animals or something like that, if we saw something that was kind of like obvious, you'd be like, yeah, that's just the way it should be because it just makes sense. And I feel like that's kind of what it is with human beings as well. Like, okay, it's a whole lot of men and it's less women. Have multiple women with a man, and you can produce more children, if that makes sense. And also, men can produce children for longer than women. I'm using my MAC foundation, child. I gotta give me some more tint spray. I'm just gonna add some to the parting space area. I'm not worrying about the hairline area because we ain't got no natural hairline. This thing is a regular lace part wig, child. But anyways, you know, men could be like 80 years old and they sperm is still working and they impregnating women and stuff. You know what I'm talking about. These girls that be having sugar daddies that's super old and then they get pregnant. But you know, for women, the fertility issues start kicking in around late 20s, 30s. I mean, not everybody, but that's, you know, you're not always super fertile. So I'm like, you know, they were meant to breed. Does it sound bad because we're humans? But yeah, I was thinking about that. And aside from that, right, aside from there being multiple men and less women available, which is true, you guys, you could do your work. It's crazy. And like, even in my family, it's mad women. We don't even have a lot of men in the family. But aside from that, naturally, they just, men, well, a straight man, they love them some women. Like, they love women. Now, I say that, and I know that because, like, you know, listen, you know, like a guy that they wander, their eyes wander. They could be with somebody, they could be loyal, they could be faithful, but their eyes might wander sometimes. Or they like having the attention of multiple women at one time. Like when I was watching Flavor of Love. And, you know, I've heard guys say like, yeah, I like women. Like, I like me some women. I like having options, variety, stuff like that. And they can even be with one girl or lady or woman, whatever you want to call it, and still have the urge to want to be with another woman. They just love women. Like, that's just the way it is. And you know how they say, oh, men cheat. That's not necessarily the case. I don't believe that. But I do feel like they just really like women. And a woman, not saying some men can't, but for me, at least, speaking from a woman's perspective, if I'm really into you, and all I want is you, I don't have an urge to want another man, if that makes sense. So that's different from a man, right? Because a man could be with you, love you and all that, and still have the urge to be like, dang, I just want another woman. I just need something different. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't mean that they're going to go and act on it. But just because you have a temptation or urge to want something, don't mean you're going to do it. But just naturally, I feel like they love the heck out of some women. So it just goes back to polygamy. Is that the way the world is supposed to be? Now, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Like, I need to hear from some professionals that specialize in this type of stuff to let me know if this is the way it's meant to be or supposed to be. Because I mean, some cultures, they believe that, and I know some people will be like, girl, but I'm not with it, period. Okay, so if you want to know where I stand with it, I'm not with it. I'm not open to it. And I think that's where a lot of issues come into, because let's just say some research went around, they done did all this research and they looked into it, and they were just looking up the make of the man and the woman, and they came to the conclusion like, yes, that's the way it's supposed to be. A lot of women are just not going to accept that, and I think that's where a lot of the issues come in at too, because not everybody with it. Some people's with it, some people about it, but I'm not. And I think that feelings come into play with that too. Like, I'm not trying to share my husband. Like, I just don't want to. I don't even care if you say that you love me more than everybody else. We just can't do that. I'm just not willing to share my husband, like, at all. Like, at all. And I'd rather be by myself than to share him. I'm being real. I ain't got the time. I'm crazy. I might go crazy. But it's so many women. And like, it's like, there's not every woman gets married because they say, oh, there's no more good men. All the good men are taken. Or maybe just the men that they're looking for is taken, if that makes sense. And I'm like, the men don't have that issue. And first of all, not all of them are freaking out to get married like women are. But there's always a woman available for a man, but there's not always a man available for a woman. And you have to do your research. It's literally more women in this world than it is men. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe naturally, for the cause of producing and keeping humans afloat, it makes sense to say, okay, you one man, you get 5 ladies, and y'all start a family, y'all build your own little community, you know, have multiple children with different women. And that sounds cult-like, right? But you know, I think that's the way it's supposed to be. I think so, y'all. I think so. But this is 2021, and ain't nobody trying to hear that. And it's just not really gonna happen for everyone, because everybody ain't with it. But some people doing that. I know they do that a lot in Africa and then some other cultures as well. Some of them don't seem to be, well, man, maybe they do feel a way about it, maybe they don't. But I also think that the way that we have been living our lives for so long has also contributed to the way we think about things and what we're willing to do. So like, we living in 2021, women empowerment is in place. We do what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? We walk how we want to walk. We talk how we want to talk. And honestly, I don't know why they give us all of this lace. Like, honestly, just give me the lace right here. Let me just cut. Girl, just cut it for me. This is not a lace frontal. It's not plucked as such. And I just never understood why they give us so much lace to cut off if it's not a frontal wig. That part is annoying. But let me finish. When I was watching, but you know what? There are some women who like to have multiple men too. I ain't gonna sit there and hold you. There are. Not me per se. Like, I love my husband. I can't see myself being with another man. And it's something in your brain that will shut down once you kind of just want to be with that person, where every other guy is just like, maybe if you was single, you would find him attractive. But since you're not, so you're kind of like, ain't nobody attractive to me but my husband. Like, that's just me. He thought I was crazy when I used to tell him that. He like, you lying. You don't think nobody else attractive? I'm like, no. It's like you almost find something wrong with everybody else. Have y'all experienced that, or is it just me? But yeah, when I was watching that show too, y'all, yo, that show was old. Y'all remember when something took a poop on the floor? That was a hot mess. Girl, they gave me too much lace for a non-frontal wig. Got me darn near about to cut my ear off. We're gonna leave that right there for now. I'm gonna just tuck that up under there. So y'all know Buck Wild, the crazy white lady? I thought about something, right? Because the girl like that, the big girl, she was coming at Buck Wild a lot, okay, for acting black, you know. Now, some people might disagree with me. Some people might disagree with me. Some people might agree with me. I know I said that twice, but you get my drift. I feel like I'm using my LA Colors powder, and I'm going to add it right up in the center, y'all. I'm gonna say that the parting space so far, definitely could be plucked. There's a couple of hairs in there that I could just whip right on out, and I think it would have looked so much better. But I'm not doing all that, okay? We're not doing all that right now. Anyways, she kept saying that the girl was acting black and she was giving her problems. Oh, you ain't from here. I know where you from. It's nice over there, girl. You ain't, you keep, is this an act? Why you acting like that? Now, I have an issue with people finding other people of any race, color, whatever, acting wild and ignorant, saying that you acting black. I don't like that. A couple of reasons why I don't like that. And honestly, I'm not offended if a white person chooses to act what they call black. And that is because, number one, you don't know where somebody from. You don't know who they hang out with. You don't know what their background like. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell somebody that they putting on an act and they're acting black and yada 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 yada. That makes no sense, and that's dumb AF. Secondly, even though her accent dropped when she got mad about something, child, but that's beyond what I'm trying to hit on right now. What I'm trying to say is, why is it that when there's a white person acting ignorant, crazy, talking hood, that it has to be contributed to black automatically? Like, is that what black is? That's not what black is. So that's why I have a problem with that. And I'm like, when there's if there was a well-spoken white girl on here just talking like she just came straight out of college, are you gonna come to her and say that she sounds black? No, but that's where the problem lies, because there are black people who talk like they from the hood, who talk a little crazy, who are a little ignorant, and then you have some well-educated black people who talk like white girls that came straight out of college, and then you also have black people that talk like white girls that act crazy like buck wild. Like, I don't feel like it's a color thing. And people will say, yeah, but that's our culture, yada, yada, yada. First of all, some stuff is really embarrassing to be claiming. Some stuff that people do and say is so embarrassing. And it's like, why do people want to claim certain things and be like, oh, you trying to be like you black? First of all, some stuff is not, everything, even if you saw it in your neighborhood or your hood, it's not meant to be proud of or claim. Don't everybody want to make it out the hood? Because I know I did, okay? So when you make it out the hood, you supposed to be happy, but instead you still claiming it and just being so super proud of it. Like, that is crazy to me. And I never see anybody point to a Caucasian person who speaks well and say, you acting like you black or you speaking black. That's crazy. But let me tell you something. If a white person calls out a black person for speaking well, speaking educated, and they said to them, why are you speaking that way? You're speaking like you're white. People gonna have a problem. Y'all gonna be like, what you trying to say? Like, black people aren't educated. Everybody speak like they ghetto. You know what I'm saying? But it's technically the same thing, because you're going to other races saying they speaking like you. Like, you gotta pick one. I thought you said that Buck Wild was speaking black. I thought you said that. So if that's the case, if a white person say you speaking white because you sounded educated, then that must be the truth, right? Because y'all clearly said that Buck Wild is speaking black. So that's what black supposed to sound like. So anything outside of that sounds smart, is white. So do y'all see where I'm going with this? But anyways, I do have big problems with that. And I also feel like people in the black community like to call out other races for a lot of things. To the point where it almost seemed like, golly, y'all call them out for everything. But not to be funny, if a white person called out a black person for doing the same thing or something, then it would be a problem. Oh, what you trying to say? Like, I just think it's crazy. I think that people should just leave people alone, let people do what they do. And also, I'm gonna let y'all know like this. Not only black neighborhoods from the ghetto speak like, you know, hood, ignorant, about it, whatever you want to call it. And first of all, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm from the hood, you know? And in my younger days, yeah, when that's all you're around, you're gonna speak a certain way because that's what you know. I'm not there anymore, and I grew up, so I don't speak in certain ways anymore. But I still got a little hood in me. Y'all know I still come out my little hood up every now and again. You know what I'm saying? But there are white neighborhoods too that's mad hood, like. And I'm not talking about, because people gonna start being funny and talk about, are you talking about hillbillies or trailer parks? No, there are, let me tell you something. Where I live is, it's probably like two black houses, 2 houses on this block with some black people in it, mine and somebody else. My neighborhood is full of white people, and not too, like, this is a small area I'm in, the specific area that I'm in, but you drive a couple minutes or whatever, little 15, 20, maybe 30, there are some hood places full of white people. And people swear that the hood is all black, black, black. No, there are some hood places out here full of white people, and they talk the same way that the black people in the hood speak. Like, and I'm being so serious. So I'm like, man, just let people be people. People don't see everything. People swear that the gutter and the hood is only from black people, and like, oh, the ghetto, y'all from the trash. Like, listen, y'all don't even know what I'll be seeing out here. Okay, all right, because I'm looking real rich sometimes compared to what I be seeing, and they probably think I'm rich, and the people be looking poor. But I'm just saying, like, claim everything, okay? Claim everything. Don't be like, oh, she's speaking like she's black. Call out the other white girl that's speaking proper and say she's speaking like she black too, because there's a lot of black educated people who speak very, very well. So that's nonsense, and honestly, it's embarrassing. I'm like, could y'all stop claiming that? Oh, you speaking black. You speaking. I'm like, but I don't speak like that, so she can speak how she want to speak. But yeah, I'm done with this hair, y'all. This hair is actually, it's pretty, but it's tangly. I don't even remember how much I paid for this unit, but it's tangly. First of all, let me stand up. I showed y'all the length already. I paddle brushed it out a couple times. You know what, y'all? I'm gonna get me some wig spray, because I only been using my wig shine spray, but I haven't really bought something to get these tangles out. I'm gonna see what Miss Chrissy using over there, because she always mentioning some wig spray. She's been mentioning it for the longest and clearly gets her wigs right. So I'm gonna check out Miss Chrissy. Y'all check out my girl if you don't be watching her videos. She's always coming through with the hottest new units. But this unit is definitely tangly. I'm not too shocked though, because it's really long and it's synthetic. However, the texture is so beautiful. It's so yucky. You can see the nice crinkles in it. I do think that it's a beautiful unit. However, I think that like I said, it's a little tangly, but can you see it? I don't think you can really see the tangles. And that's the thing. I think that if you just kind of get it right and leave it alone, the tangles aren't going to be noticeable. The only way you'll know it's tangled is when you take a brush and you try to go through it. But the overall look, it looks, look, hold on. It's getting stuck in my hoodie string, messing me up. If you look at it, it doesn't look tangled. It looks pretty good. But I just know it's tangled because I try to brush it. So it looks good. I would say I'm getting like a longer, thicker version of the Stevie wig that I did from them. Like, girl, was it 2 years ago or something? I don't know. But this is a beautiful unit. I actually like it. She's cute, Avianna. Wait. I feel like she looked like something else too. You know, Outre be having wigs that look like other stuff, but I do like how they did the color blend, how we have the nice color up on the bottom. It's gold and brown. So you see a little bit of brown streaks, a little bit of gold streaks, and some of the black. And I like the way the color is sitting up under like the darkness. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I think it's really cute. I do. I think it's cute. I think it's simple. Of course, it is an easy everyday unit, because once you cut off the lace amongst the whole hairline, there's nothing left to do but just add the powder to the part. Like, literally, if you want it to be extra, you could pluck that part, but the part is the only thing that you have to worry about. Oh, I said literally, I'm lying. And flattening this out with some heat. But after that, that's it. And take it off, put it back on. Take it off, put it back on. We ain't got to worry about melting nothing down. No frontal. Of course, like I said, we don't have a natural hairline, so I didn't even bother with that. I have on my wig grip, so this is an easy unit, mad easy. I gotta mention a couple more things before we continue on this video. So first of all, the fit is actually similar to, I don't know about Stevie, that was a long time ago, but these lace part wigs are not the largest. I get the most size out of the perfect hairlines, the melted hairlines, the one you spend a little bit of money for. So I'm a 22.5 circumference size head. You can see all of this is out. It looks like it's good because it's bald, but y'all know I'm naturally bald in that space. But if you had edges or something, all of that would be exposed, which I feel like whatever at this point, probably doesn't even matter, because you're not going to be pulling it back anyway because there's no natural hairline with it. So in that case, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? If you're worried about all of this showing, just put some black makeup on it, some black eyeshadow, something like that, and the lace will blend right into the hair. So I did want to mention the fit so y'all can know what we was working with, okay? Because I think I done hit everything else. I like Avianna. She's really, really pretty. What I do like is she has like loose curls and flips. Like she, you know, we used to the tight ones. I like the looseness of it. I think the loose waves and the loose curls give her a different type of look from the nice tight curls that we're always getting. But it's a really beautiful unit, and it's actually kind of full, you guys. Like all of the hair in both hands, it feels actually full. Oh, you know what's funny? Someone, oh, excuse me, a burp. Someone on my channel just commented under a Outre Avianna video that I did and asked me if I can do some wigs for winter, something a little bit thicker, because everyone is doing fall wigs. But you know what? Yesterday was the first day of winter anyway. But I, you know, like to review the wigs as they come out. So if it's new, I'm gonna review it. And sometimes I don't know what the thickness is gonna be until I get the wig. However, this one is thick, so I could go ahead and say that this is a winter wig. Now, the only thing about this being a nice thick winter wig is pretty long. So if you're gonna be wearing like sweaters and scarves and stuff like that, you're gonna have some problems with tangling on this unit. So you might wanna consider that. But it is still nice if you're not gonna be wearing a scratchy sweater. If you just want to wear a nice smooth turtleneck or something like that, you'll be all right. But she's cute. Y'all tell me what you think about Avianna. I needed to do something easy, because to be honest with y'all, it's like 1 in the morning. I know I'm always doing my videos late, my chatty videos. I did 3 other videos before this, and I'm not sure if this one is gonna come out first or that one, but it's always late night because I wake up early. And don't tell me, it was like 11:58 and I was like, oh, my birthday's in 2 minutes. Dominique was like, no, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. Look, 2 minutes. I look on the phone and said December 22nd. I was like, girl, I've been so off with the dates lately. Like, I literally thought my birthday was in 2 minutes. My birthday's the 24th. It's Christmas Eve, y'all, just in case y'all know. But yeah, she's an easy unit, y'all. I hope these conversations were fun. This one was short and simple. I just wanted to get my little opinions and stuff, because I be watching TV shows and I'm like, them girls are crazy kissing up on this man, but he love it. Now they have other shows too, like when I Love New York was doing it, she had all the men and stuff. She was loving it too. But I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about the men to women, because there's a lot of men and a lot of women in this world. Not enough men for all the women. I'm glad I snatched me a good one to marry one child, because I'll be lonely right now. But anyways, we're gonna wrap the video. We're gonna wrap the video. I want everybody to have a safe holiday. Safe holiday. Safe holiday. And no, I'm not drinking today. This is just me. So y'all have a safe holiday. I don't know if this is gonna come out before or after Christmas, but guess what? New Year's is coming, and then you got Valentine's Day, and then you got Easter. Holiday season is all year long. But I'll see y'all in another video. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye bye.